My name is Ralph. I am 70 plus.
Hi, I'm Victoria. I am 16 years old.
Eben, 37.
My name is Sandra and I'm 38 years old.
My name is Rod. I'm 62 years old.
Hi, my name is Sophia and I'm 16 years old.
Hi, my name is Tarek and I'm 19 years old.
My name is Maya and I am 44 years old.
I've experienced discrimination,
Institutionalized racism.
Racial profiling.
Racism within my family.
Racial profiling.
Racial discrimination.
Racial profiling.
The first time, I was 11.
16 years old.
20.
9 years old.
18 years old.
4 or 5.
15 then.
I had a assistant coach, a white man. I guess I looked darker than the rest of the players on the team on TV. And he goes, Eben looks black on TV. And so the next day I reached out to the head coach, thinking that he was going to do something about it because this was serious for me. The assistant coach sits down and the head coach looks at us both and he goes, I don't want to have anything to do with this. I'm going to leave the room and let you guys handle it.
And this was in our kindergarten class. This happened during nap time. There was this one girl, she didn't bring her blanket and I brought mine. So I was like, okay, let me just share my blanket with her. And when I said that, she said, oh, I don't want to share a blanket with a black girl.
I was walking down the street and police jumped out the car and put his gun on me and said there was a robbery and that I looked like the guy who robbed someone, a white officer, police officers. Well, I haven't robbed anyone. He said, well, I think you did. And I was handcuffed and took down to the police station. And the guy came down that I suppose had robbed and said, that's not the guy who robbed me. He said, well, he done something, I'm sure.
It was because I started dating a guy and he was black and he was not from my culture, so my parents did not approve of it. But they didn't do anything besides tell me, just like, mija, ¿qué dirán la gente? What are people going to say? He's not one of us. So it was really hard for them to understand that I liked someone that wasn't Guatemalan.
So I sat down with the assistant coach and I said, hey, I don't appreciate you, saying what you said to me. The assistant coach goes, well, David Chappelle talks about white people all the time. So I feel like I can say what I want to you, and I was like, actually, you can't. I'm offended by it. If you say it again, I'm going to go to the athletic director.
And as soon as that happened, the teacher both yelled at both of us, not just her, at both of us, and told us both to get out of the class. I was stunned both because it's my classmate. It might have not been my friend, but it's still my classmate.
I stayed down there for 2 days, I believe, before they released me. And that was the second time.
I had summer workouts for football. And I had woken up early at like 6 a.m. My way of transportation in college has been on a motorized scooter. I had my roommate riding on the back of it. As we were riding to practice, we had got stopped by a cop. The cop pulled us over. He had asked me, sir, did you purchase a scooter? I was like, yeah, I purchased a scooter. My friend was white, so he was like, oh, you can leave. He's like, but you need to stay here.
I was in West Virginia doing community service, serving the food, bussing the tables, and just eating, chatting with the people there. I was actually sitting with this guy. He actually shifted his whole body facing me and asked how I felt about Trump building the wall. So I don't really know what to say. I don't know how to answer that. At that table, no one else looked like me. It was very clear that he was only talking to me. There was a woman, she stopped me. She asked me, what are you? I'm like, I'm a Mexican. And then she was like, oh my gosh, welcome to America.
I was a manager at a McDonald's restaurant in Cleveland, Ohio. During the Civil Rights Movement, I went to work in an all-white McDonald's. I took a lot of abuse. People would come in every day, shout insults, and used to say, I don't want that touching my food, I gotta eat.
So it was probably the first week of school, 4th grade. I had a best friend all throughout elementary school, and we were in the same 4th grade class. And so this teacher, I believe, was new to the school. I just remember her passing out the textbooks. One was red and the others were blue. A lot of the other brown kids got red books as well, where the white kids got these blue books. The book I got was much easier to read, and I was on par with the rest, with my best friend, was white. And so I was just like, I don't understand why I got the lower reading level book.
On the walkie-talkie, like calling for backup, and it's taking a while. He's just kind of like interrogating me, and then I was like, man, like, come on, man, like, I'm just trying to leave. And then he looks closely at my license, and then he sees like my name. And my dad, he played in the NFL, and he also went to Cal, so like was familiar with my dad's name. And he asked me, he said, "Oh, was your dad offensive tackle for the Colts?" Well, they're taking one. Maybe I can just let you off. Like, give me a second. So because my dad's name, like, was the only reason he like really let me off.
Like, I was stiff. The workers on site who actually worked at the place, they like saw everything and they didn't really intervene, just kind of like normal or accepted.
But when someone says something, I would jump to the side and take a look just to see who it is. I had a boss that really respected me. He knew he was taking a chance when he hired me, and I knew then that he had my back, and that don't mean that I could have became belligerent or angry and want to just fight every white person that ever walked into the store. But he just wanted to teach me how to be better socialized with the other races.
And we moved within 4th grade, and the new school I went to, which was out of district, within a week, I actually, from answering questions in class, that teacher had put me in a gifted and talented program.
It made me feel angry because I know that because I was black, he assumed that I didn't own the bike for one.
I felt confused because, it's a scary thing, and I feel like it's really contributed to the decline of kids of color pursuing higher education now.
I had a lot of emotions, but one of them was I really did not like police officers after that.
I think I was sad about it. My love for him was more than, honoring my parents at that time.
First I was confused.
I definitely cried after like each time that it happened. Yeah, you're targeted, you're singled out.
It was just utter shock. I was just stunned.
I would go home angry every single night. People really don't know what it's like to be hated.
Whenever you get pulled over and you feel you're being racial profiled, do not argue, comply, say less as possible, and just go along with it. It's a terrible experience, but unfortunately that's something we have to go through as African Americans.
It definitely helps talking about it to other people.
It's probably best to deal with that drama because it can help another person who could be just like you in that situation.
Remember, you are different from them. It's okay to be different. What's the beauty of the world if you look the same as everyone else?
And I just remember one thing that my father told me, Ralph, sticks and stones may break your bones, but words can never hurt you. I said, I thank you for your support, and that you got to realize one thing, that if it wasn't for you being my rock, I wouldn't have never made it.
I guess one of my big accomplishments now is, being married to him, having 3 beautiful kids. My parents now absolutely adore and love my husband.
I'm the Western Regional Director of the Airport Minority Advisory Council, and we advocate for women and minority businesses.
I also started a non-for-profit. My husband and I, in 2001, called Dream Alive Incorporated. Is a mentoring organization that helps inner city kids in Indianapolis to inspire them and to learn how to serve and expose them to other opportunities beyond high school.
I attend UC Berkeley, and I feel like I worked really hard in order to get here.
Well, right now I'm actually working at Wire Media, and I'm in their interactive department where I'm doing a research initiative partnered with MIT.
Oh, my biggest compliment is to live to 62. That's my biggest compliment, is to live to 62. Do all the things I went through and seen. Me too.
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 Paradise life relaxing, black, Latino, and Anglo-Saxon. I'm on the exchange, the range, cast, lost tribe of Shabazz, free at last, brand new whips to crash, then we laugh in the iller path.